Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get this to the 32.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Henning.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly put the ball so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few years on last game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank,
bro, why the fuck is you getting stuck on shit?
Brandon,
hit the hole.
Sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. They will find Davis. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. The Browns at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run the option.
Bro, hand the ball off.
Gonna get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. Pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
Thank you. Get the fuck in there.
A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. It's counted up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll run on first down.
Bro, get through the hole. Get through the hole. Squeeze through that joint.
He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fuck.
2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Watson off play action.
He's going to have to hook up the shorts. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half.
Bitch ass nigga always fucking hurt. Like, come on.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Get in there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And they'll go again with ETN. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. You found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Bro, what type of fucking route was that? That was not your route.
How many times we watch 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 38, Watson. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
Ah.
To eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Watson's throw going to be caught by Davis. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Simple trap right here, lined up out left to try to work his way back across the field. You found something to twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Now Davis fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover. Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs and say, roads closed. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. And one more time,
you throw him in front of the fucking... Come on, bro.
By a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Handoff running left is ETN.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
ETN once more.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Bro, catch the fucking ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that their early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Shit.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
Fuck.
Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they take over in a precarious spot here, albeit after forcing the fumble at the goal line. This is safety territory as they start from their own 1.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Lawrence from his end zone.
But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Bro, catch the fucking ball.
It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly are letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Lawrence down around his goal line.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Checking the NFL scoreboard. They're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Henning. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw.
What the fuck is that, man? Come on. This bullshit.
Football, though, and despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Oh, shit. I ain't even know he still was up.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Another toe for ETN.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up.
I'm in a 5-5, and this nigga somehow
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago. Now 3 here.
He is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. After the interception, here's Watson.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Can I get some blocking? Like I don't got the fucking momentum.
We didn't have enough legs underneath him.
God damn.
Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there? The leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Here now is 2nd and 10. Again from the 41. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hanning. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Watson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time.
Get out, nigga.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Come on, but Tony, you supposed to... Oh, that's why I tell her. Come on. Go upfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its face.
God damn.
I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Come on. That bullshit.
And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
This nigga fucking 96 speed. He outruns him to the ball. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And a quick throw here that's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You got the big lead defensively, willing to get them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from the... And the ball is knocked down.
Come on with that bullshit.
He's got room at the...
Why are these niggas fumbling? I have the whole fucking... Like, come on. It's the dumb shit I be talking about.
Miracle here, but at least that gets him a little bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Watson now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 45 yards.
And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
A give, running right, Etienne.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late, not a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
Come on, bro.
He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Jaguars are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that.
And now here's another interception.
And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.